If Dora the Explorer and Abraham Lincoln were to have a street fight, who wins? This is a question that I've been asking ever since I was a fetus. And if you're wondering why, let me break it down for you. Dora is a little girl who has her own TV show where she goes on exciting adventures with her friends and teaches us Spanish along the way. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States in the 1800s, and he also freed the slaves. And when I say free, I'm not talking about cost. He really freed them. God bless you, Abraham Lincoln. But with that being said, Abraham Lincoln is still noted as the tallest president to date, coming in at 6'4" tall, and his documented weight was around 180 pounds. And on top of that, apparently he was a wrestler. And not only was he a wrestler, he was a good wrestler. This guy had about 300 matches, and legend has it he's only lost one of those. I can confidently say that this guy can truly whoop ass. But can he whoop his opponent's ass? I'm not sure. Because his opponent, Dora the Explorer, is coming in at about 5'3" tall, weighing in at roughly 127 pounds. And while yes, she's at a major size disadvantage, she also happens to have magical fourth wall breaking powers where she can suddenly ask the audience any question and they answer. Or should I say we answer, because it was us. We were answering.
Come on, Dora, it's right over there. Obre los ojos.
And on top of her magical fourth wall breaking powers, she also has a magical backpack, a magical map, a magical monkey. But we're gonna leave Boots out of this because I want this to be a fair 1v1 street fight. I sat down for literal hours to come up with the most logical scenario in which these two fight in the street to the death. So today I'm gonna be doing a play-by-play on exactly what happens in a street fight between Dora the Explorer and Abraham Lincoln. Just keep in mind that this fight takes place sometime in the 1800s when Abraham Lincoln is actually alive. So hypothetically speaking, Dora was around in the 1800s and yada yada yada. So with all the information you know about the two contenders now, place your bets. Do you think Dora the Explorer is going to crucify Abraham Lincoln? Or do you think Honest Abe is just going to stomp Dora's shit out? Comment down below right now. Alright ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. In the blue corner, we've got the girl who explores and will put you on all fours. It's Dora. And in the red corner, we've got the guy who's on the penny and has probably killed many. It's Abraham Lincoln. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's run this shit. One night, Dora was walking down a dark alley with no one around. As she is walking, she notices a tall silhouette, and it is none other than Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln approaches Dora and says to her, "Hey Dora, long time no see." Dora, wanting to say hi back, remembers that Abraham Lincoln was secretly talking shit about her behind her back a few days prior, and this angers her. So instead of greeting Lincoln with a hi or hello, she tells him, "Eat knuckle sandwich, puta," and proceeds to hit Honest Abe with the hardest right hook he has ever felt in his life. Lincoln stumbles back and quickly regains his balance, while Dora charges at his legs and starts biting his ankles. Lincoln yells, "Get off me, bitch," while shaking off his leg vigorously. Dora gets flung off and hits the wall head first. She is now concussed. Lincoln says to her, "Had enough?" Dora picks herself up and walks away. The fight seems to be over, but right when Lincoln drops his guard, Dora quickly turns around and Naruto runs full speed at Honest Abe and hits him with an uppercut so hard it launches him on his ass. Lincoln is shocked and frightened by Dora's hidden power. He feels like surrendering, but before he does, he realizes what this fight means. This fight is bigger than Abraham Lincoln versus Dora the Explorer. This fight is America versus Mexico. And as a true patriot, Lincoln could never let his country down. So Honest Abe picks himself back up and stands back on his feet, whistling Star-Spangled Banner. Dora and Abraham Lincoln both make eye contact and charge at each other full speed. They collide, and it is a clash for the ages. Lincoln manages to bring the fight to the ground with his wrestling experience, and things aren't looking good for Dora. Meanwhile, Swiper the Fox stumbles his way upon the scene. He's shocked when he notices his arch nemesis Dora is in trouble. Dora, mid-fight, sees Swiper and yells out to him, "Swiper, please help me! I need your help!" Swiper's shocked face turns into a devious smile as he remembers all the times she told him, "Swiper, no swiping." And after all these years, he's finally got the opportunity to swipe her belongings once and for all. Swiper runs up and grabs Dora's backpack and runs away. Dora yells, "Swiper, no swiping!" But it's no use, as Lincoln has her pinned on the floor. Abraham Lincoln puts Dora in a chokehold and says, "After I kill you, I'm deporting each and every one of your family members." Dora is slowly losing consciousness, but out of nowhere, Swiper runs up and yells, "You ain't deporting shit, bitch!" Then kicks Abraham Lincoln right in the face and he gets launched back and falls to his knees. Abraham Lincoln, bloodied up, stands to his feet and says, "Swiper, what the hell? I was about to kill her ass. Why did you stop me?" Swiper says to Lincoln, "I can't let you do that, Abe." Lincoln responds, "Why not?" Swiper pauses for a moment and says, "Because I'm in love with her." Both Dora and Lincoln are shocked by this revelation. Swiper says to Dora, "Ever since I laid eyes on you, Dora, I've had the biggest crush on you. It felt like love at first sight. That's why I always tried to swipe your belongings. Not because I wanted to be mean or anything. I only meant it in a playful manner." Swiper gives Dora her backpack back. Dora, in utter shock, says, "Wow, Swiper. But Abraham Lincoln cuts her off and says, fine, then I'll have to kill you both. And Lincoln charges at them full speed. Dora then turns to the audience and says, do you know where Abraham Lincoln's weak spot is? The audience points the magical arrow at Lincoln's balls, and Dora charges up a godly punch and proceeds to shred Abraham Lincoln's nutsack with her fist. Abraham Lincoln squeals and drops to his knees and falls face down on the pavement. Hasta la vista, pendejo. Dora looks at Swiper and tells him that she loves him like a brother and proceeds to friendzone his ass. Dora wins. The end. And that's how Dora the Explorer absolutely obliterates Abraham Lincoln in a street fight. That's kind of rough for Abraham Lincoln, man. You just got your shit rocked by a 5-year-old who you never even knew existed. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of sad. As you can tell, I put a lot of thought into this question, and I feel like my answer is pretty correct, but I'm still curious on who you think would win in a street fight. Let me know if you disagree, and let me know if you agree, and I was right on the dot. Also, feel free to let me know if you want to see any more of these crazy matchups. I got a lot more in my head. I don't know, maybe next we'll get Go Diego Go versus the Soviet Union. Who knows? But yeah, that's about it. Subscribe!